I decided to express my frustrations. You know what the thing about a revolution is? You don't plan them. I didn't, at least. There just happened to be a lot of people that agreed with me. I happened to be the voice that spoke. They called me El Jefe.
I miss my people. You know, when I'm getting calls from my old teammate, like, man, it just ain't the same here, man. We need, you know, and just constantly people need me back, need me back, need me back, need me back.
Oh, boy, I'm talking about hitting, picking that thing. I'll meet you in the end zone. We're going to get a couple flags today. Let's get that. If they can lay hitting and celebrate, we don't give a damn. Top flight on three. 1, 2, 3, top flight.
Fred Smoot is as good a cornerback as there is.
Fred Smoot felt like he was given a second chance when he joined the Redskins for a second time this past offseason. He said it was like moving back into his mama's house. His goal is to help bring a championship back to D.C. And when they walked off the field after last week's win, you would have thought he won the lottery.
My first time going to the playoffs, and I want to be
Baby, you're all that I need, so it's always gonna be you. These ninjas out here, they don't get it, don't get it. I'm just out here trying to get it and flip it. But you the only one that got the same vision and respect my ambition. Listen, no matter where I am, boy, you don't have to question. No matter how hard they try, no, they just ain't messing with you. No matter where I am, boy, you don't have to question it. No matter how hard they try, boy, they just ain't messing with you. Cause can't nobody else do it like you do, boy, you done changed the game. Go get a winner, I'm on to you, cause baby, we're both the same, that's why I only want you. Baby, you know, you know. Team you, team you, team you. I don't want nobody else cause I'm team you. Team you, team you. They don't even understand what we've been through. Team you, team you. Team you, team you. I don't need nobody else but live bills on free cause I'm team you. You. Said I'm team you. Them other dudes, cool. Baby, you're all that I need, so it's always gonna be you. And that's just how I feel about it. You don't ever stop, you always real around it. You ain't gotta worry if you low, I got it. And you would do the same for me. Cause we always keep our eyes on this money. Hustle on life, mind on my belly, heart on my heart. We've been doing it all on our own, out here for so long. Imagine this with a team player, baby, we out of here, we gone. I'm team you, team you, team you. I don't want nobody else cause I'm team you, team you, team you. They don't even understand what we've been through. Team you, team you, team you, team you. I don't need nobody else but live bills on free cause I'm team you. Said I'm team you. Them other dudes, cool. Baby, you're all that I need, so it's always gonna be you. Yeah, team you.
Welcome. Lunchbox Live with Ashleigh Demi. Fred Smoot is not here, so guess what? I'm going to do a solo with these beautiful ladies beside me. Hold it down.
We'll wait on him.
Yes. From the Real Housewives of Potomac. Gizelle Bryant.
Hi.
Brynee Baylor.
Hello.
And Ashley Darby.
That is me.
Yes. Oh my God, we're so happy to have you guys here. I'm like thrilled. I feel like I've known you guys forever. You know, I've known you for a while, and I got the chance to see you dance at Hill Harper's event.
Yes, about a year ago. That was
yes, tell me about that because you got up there and you rocked the stage.
Thank you.
Giselle says she doesn't like to dance.
Oh, I don't believe that. I do not believe that.
I knew it.
I practiced for hours and hours and hours.
Yeah.
So that was a whole nother thing. And like my body ached. I can't drop it like it's hot and pick it back up.
Girl.
I can drop it, but I just can't pick it back up.
Oh,
Well, that's why
my
you have a
God.
partner. You had a
Yes.
partner. Like,
Yes.
He didn't pick me back up.
Yeah.
He did
yeah.
No.
No.
He left me to my own devices, which is not good. But I truly enjoyed it. You know, Hill Harper always has like a wonderful foundation. So, you know, I was like giving my all because I know that he's really, really going to do right by those kids.
Yeah.
And he is, you know, the summer enrichment program that he has is just fantastic. So I'm happy. So because of last year, the enrichment program is going to be in D.C. for the first time, which is fantastic.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Now, is he doing that again this year?
He is. And Miss Ashleigh Darby will be dancing.
Yes.
I'm so excited.
Yes, Giselle nominated me. She's judging this year.
Yes,
and
I
so
am. Look
at
she,
you.
yeah, so
Veteran
we're
now,
doing
so
that.
now you can judge.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And Ashley might have to pay me that day.
Oh my God.
About your fees. We'll talk about the
Greenbacks.
fees.
I know. Ching ching. Hey.
Whatever works.
Yes. So tell me about Bethany Beach.
Oh,
I'm
no.
sorry.
We will let Ashley speak about Bethany.
Right.
Beach.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Where do we begin? Okay.
I think we have a clip from that, but yeah, we have.
Do
But
you want to go to the clip?
no, I want you to tell me about Bethany
Okay,
Beach.
so Michael and I have a house in Bethany Beach. That's a family house.
Okay.
And it sleeps 12 people. But it doesn't sleep 12 people in single rooms. It sleeps doubles in certain places.
12 people, Ashley?
Yeah.
Where? Break it down.
Yeah, there are 2 where you and Robin were.
Yes.
2 stay in the other room. There's a pull-out couch.
Oh, okay.
2 stay upstairs. 2 can stay in the room Katie was in. 2 where Karen was, and 2, of course, where I am.
2,
So-
yes, 12
Okay.
very small people might fit into this home.
Okay.
No,
Your feet
that's
hanging off
not
the bed.
true.
Yes, they were. Yes,
No,
they
they
were.
were
And I
not.
had Vizio.
She's
I
being
was
so extra
and
about
I
it.
was
She
Not
said I had
video.
Vizio.
No.
And I'd be more than happy to pull up my video. Keep
Giselle,
talking.
you
Okay,
lied though.
okay.
She literally slid down so that her feet were hanging off. But you
I
know what?
know.
She
She
had
got
a place
videos.
to
She
lay her
videos.
head. That's all that
Shit.
really
I
mattered.
did-
at the
I
end of
did
the
lay
day.
my
She
head.
didn't have to go pitch a tent on the beach. So
I
I
didn't.
think I was still a good hostess.
We'll talk about that more
You-
later.
okay. I mean, overall, did you ladies have a good time?
We had a great time. It was a good time.
See,
We
shade,
did.
hesitation.
I mean, overall, yes. I think we had some very tense and heated moments
Right.
that I don't want to repeat again
Okay.
or again
Okay.
or again.
Okay.
But overall,
It'll
it was
happen.
good. It was
Okay.
good. But I did the best. I meant to when I saw because that aired last week.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that restaurant, what was the name of that restaurant? I wanted
Oh, it
to
was
shop them out
good.
because that
Blue
lobster,
Coast.
that
And
fried
we were
lobster
sitting
thing,
beside each other, and we both had mouths full the whole time. We were like,
Oh my God.
Me too.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I felt like people
Horrible.
probably think we never eat or we're just real
Starving.
greedy.
And you know,
Real greedy.
weren't we
Yes.
starving
They
though
don't
that
show-
time? Weren't we
They
starving
don't
on
show
that
a lot
trip?
of it. We eat like crazy on the
Really?
show, just so you know. Yeah,
I'm
but
a
we talk
foodie.
more.
Okay.
Right.
Yes.
So they have to zoom in on the talking, but we
Okay.
gets down on
Get
the food.
it in.
Oh, yeah.
It
Yes,
was
we
called
do.
Blue Coast.
It was
It's a really
wonderful.
nice restaurant
Okay.
in,
Wonderful.
in
Okay.
Bethany or Dela. It's in Bethany Beach, not
Okay.
Dewey. Yeah.
Okay.
Bethany
Okay.
Beach.
Yeah, I
I'm about to show y'all my feet.
think we have the clip. Do we have the clip?
No,
And-
y'all don't have to clip of my feet.
Not Giselle's clip, I'm
Not
sure.
Giselle.
So
No.
why are you doing the
This-
most right now?
Okay, wait, I'm doing it all right now. Okay,
Yeah,
because
I know.
I was in the same
It's
size
every
bed.
week that ends in day, you're
I don't
doing
want
the most.
No.
I don't want.
Why
Ashley
she
lie?
lie?
Why
the
she lie?
live
I don't
clip
lie. She don't lie.
via Giselle's phone. Hilarious. Okay, let's play.
Why is she lying?
Girl, oh, she has her feet over the edge of the bed.
She
Really?
don't lie.
My
Really?
6 foot tall Giselle, those are not your feet.
Those
boo.
are my feet.
Why you lying?
Those are my feet.
Wow.
Those are not Giselle. She lying.
So
She took a picture off the internet. That is not Giselle.
well, this looked like the comforter that was on the episode.
That's
Okay,
Photoshop.
but we
That's
will- we
Photoshop.
But
We will move on.
yes,
We will move on.
yes.
Yes, we
So
We'll rehash it.
What?
It'll get rehashed.
I'm sure.
so you didn't surf. You didn't surf. Why?
No,
No,
she
no,
did.
Oh,
I
you
did.
did surf. You
Well,
did.
I had a technical difficulty.
I was getting ready to say, wait a minute now.
My bathing suit top popped off when I first started, so we didn't get that part on
Okay.
the show, and I didn't
But did you stand
go
up?
forward. Heck no! Once I saw,
Yeah,
Wait
no.
a minute, hold on. Let me give it to you.
Okay.
I'm in the water beside Katie, and I'm still trying, still figuring out Katie. And Katie says, and I turn around, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, you have beautiful breasts." And I was like,
I would have died.
I was like,
I would have died.
I can't do this.
Oh my God.
And so I was like, I'm not going to be surfing.
That's a nice compliment, though.
I mean, it's
Brynee.
very
That's a
sweet.
nice
Very sweet. And I appreciate it, but
Katie was happy she got that exposure.
Yes, I'm sure.
Wow, which brings me to my next
Katie.
point, Gizelle.
Yes.
Do you just not like Katie?
I like Katie.
You
I
do?
I do. But it comes and goes.
Okay.
Yeah. I gotta
Because
do
the
Katie in
shade
doses.
is real.
Yeah, I gotta do Katie in doses.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I give you that because we all have friends that we can do in doses.
Yes.
But it's like every chance you get, a dart is thrown at Katie.
She's bringing it back. She's bringing it back. Don't you worry.
Oh. Okay.
She's trying.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's trying.
Yeah.
But
With
it's
a little guidance.
Oh yeah, because I was gonna say it's
This
one
one
of
right
those.
here.
Low
Yeah.
guidance. Because I mean, but you know, my whole thing is, you know, the way you read someone isn't necessarily going out and punching or cussing or
No,
fussing.
of
It's just
course
go in, be clear, say what you need to say, and get out. Because the reality is, if she never dealt with it, then it would be something would be plaguing her the whole trip, and
Right.
we'd all be
Yeah.
sitting around like, okay, what's going on now?
I
So I think
appreciate-
it was important for her to speak to Gizelle
Yeah.
and not walk away, because she kept saying, I just walk away, and I respect that. But it just doesn't resolve
It
an
does-
issue,
thank
especially
you.
when we're all staying together and need to figure out how to make it work.
And the
So
thing
I
is,
see- yeah.
well, Gizelle does respect when someone comes to her.
Right.
She doesn't like people talking about you behind your back, and I learned that firsthand, that you do appreciate when something is brought to your attention.
Absolutely.
Let's hash it out woman to woman. So for Katie to do that, that would have squashed everything immediately versus having this cloud hanging over us the rest of the trip.
Right. That's
Yeah.
right. That's grown. That's
Exactly.
grown lady talk.
But she
Yeah.
handled it, and it was
She
nice,
did.
and it was
She tried.
clear.
She
You don't
tried.
think she did? You don't think she did?
She
tried.
tried. Okay.
God bless her.
I think-
That's my mother says. God bless
I
her.
think you should.
I think I was very
That's that
proud of
bless her.
Katie.
Yes.
Bless
Yes.
your
Yes.
heart.
Yes.
Southern
I mean,
shade.
you know.
Oh, bless your heart.
She did the Southern
Bless your heart.
shade.
You know, girls, what that means.
Oh my goodness. Now, I will say she has a banging body to have 4 kids, 3 or 4 kids.
3 kids.
Three
I have
kids.
4.
But you guys all looked amazing because you had to say 2-piece. Like, I'm a monokini fan. I'm sorry, I'd have been out there in my 1-piece doing it. But you had everybody have on bikinis.
You know what's
Yeah.
funny is Brynee has twins, Giselle has twins, and Katie has twins.
That's true. That's
Isn't
funny.
that
A
crazy?
lot
I
of-
wanted to do
Yeah.
I wanted to
And
do
the
in vitro
thing-
to have
and they're
twins.
all twin girls, too.
I
So
love
it's all
it.
about
Yeah.
girl
I
power.
love it.
Yeah.
I
Something
love
like Potomac
it.
water, baby.
Yes, I need to
That's
sip that because I wanted to do in vitro. I really want twins.
That's so
Oh,
funny.
don't-
wow.
Girl, be
You
careful
like-
what you
just
ask for.
Right. It just
you
same
just
same
might get
thing.
it.
Yeah. So just get to what God gives you.
Yes, yes, yes. So, are we expecting kids, maybe twins for you in the near future? Maybe.
Of course.
Of course.
I mean, I want this baby factory to get started immediately.
Okay.
We're starting in October, so I can get my Gemini Leo.
I
baby,
love
Giselle.
Oh, I have a Leo, but Gemini.
What did she say? Scorpio? Who is it? Scorpio?
It was like Leo,
Yeah.
Sagittarius. It was something or
Stupido.
stupido. Just get what God gives
But
you.
I'm a planner
That's all.
about that stuff. Like,
I
I
understand.
plan, you
I
know?
plan too, and
Yeah.
and I had God showed me that He's gonna give it to me when He feels like it.
Okay.
How long did it
Right.
take you to have your kids?
Mine was immediate.
It took 6 months.
Oh, wow.
So, and in those 6 months, I was like a nervous wreck. I felt like I was being punished for something I didn't do.
Right.
So,
Really?
really, like I was like, oh God, why? But it was really God was showing me, when this is gonna happen when I say, not when you say, because I'm a planner
Right.
as well. Yeah.
Well, they say that the best way to do it is to have sex once in the morning and once at night.
No.
Every day.
No.
No.
That's the foolproof method.
Who said that?
Obviously,
Girl, is that the same as
obviously
the
a man
pull-out
told me
method?
that.
Is that the same as the
Oh,
pull-out method?
that's
Remember
not the pull-out
The pull-out method has worked for 5
no, I'm
years.
saying the thought of the pull-out versus the
5
thought.
You
of
are
the-
lucky because I know
boy,
so many
girl,
people.
love.
No. Ashley, it's every other day.
Really?
Yes, every
You got to
other
give
day.
everything a chance to recharge?
Yeah.
It's every other day.
Okay.
Yes.
10-4.
Okay.
Okay.
I think it just works as it's supposed to. As God wants it to happen, it's going to happen.
Yes.
Because for the first 2, the first one was planned. The second one was a very beautiful blessing. And then and then it took a while because we wanted to have one more to see if we could have another boy and then twins. And I wanted to die.
Oh my God.
Yeah, 2 more babies and then, of course, 2 more girls.
Yes.
But I mean, it takes time.
But you guys look great.
I know.
I'm like, I know. To the Ashleys who don't have children, I'm like,
It's coming.
girl.
It's
We
coming.
see what we can aspire
I
to.
know, right?
Yeah.
So, you played the friend on the show. Tell me about that.
Well, it's kind of cool because I'm able to kind of do all the other things that I've got going on. I do a lot of traveling. I do a lot of work outside of the area, so I wasn't relegated to being here because I was like, these ladies film a lot, and they do a lot, and it was just nice to kind of come in for the fun, get in, do my thing, back out.
Okay.
See him next week. You know what I mean? Which is kind of cool because I could kind of keep living my life doing the other things because it's all consuming when you're filming, isn't it?
It is.
But on the later parts of this season, you are like really, really present. Like the whole Bethany Beach episode, you were there the whole time.
Well, because I was there the whole time.
But I mean, still, like a lot of these
sharing a room
a
with
lot of the franchises,
Right.
but a lot of the franchises like Atlanta, Portia's friend, I think Shamia, you know, it's like a little sprinkle here and there.
Yeah.
Like you actually are a part of the group,
Right.
and you know, it's like I appreciate that.
Well, you know, I think the thing that's kind of different in my situation was that I think when I came in as Sharice's friend, I knew Gizelle, I knew Karen, I knew everyone except for Katie and Ashleigh. So I had a rapport with these other women before, so it was more natural and fluid and organic as opposed to just being Sharice's friend. So I'm like, okay, so what's she like, Sharice? Or what's she like? Like we had a different rapport.
Yeah.
So it was it was easy.
Okay. So did anybody know Katie?
Karen.
Okay.
She knew Katie's mom.
Right.
Okay.
But not, you know, just very briefly.
Yeah, because it seems like she's like a left hand. Like nobody really knows,
I'm
and then
use
she.
that. A left
I
hand.
know Katie.
No shade.
Let me write that down.
No.
And then she says no shade.
And I'm like, but it is. It's like, where do you fit in? I mean, I love her because she's hilarious, and she's trying to get this man to marry her with this village behind her.
You love that?
I love that. And I'm looking at her like, I love because it's hilarious.
Oh, okay.
But in his mind, he's like, the more you push, the more I push away. Men don't like that, you know.
Don't
See.
Don't be surprised. I'm gonna tell you something.
Okay.
I initially, when I met Katie, I was like, "Who is she, and where did she come from, and why is she here?"
Okay.
Really, because everyone else was kind of in their little flow, and I thought that she was just really just on her own plateau, world, in her own world.
In her own.
I was gonna say something else, but in her own world. But I got to know her a lot during Bethany Beach, and I saw her very vulnerable, and I also saw her very real.
Okay.
And she's a really, really intelligent woman, and she's very nice. She really is a good person. It's just a situation where sometimes you're dealing with situations where you just have different ways of dealing with people, just like how she has different ways of dealing with conflict. It's just different.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And so I think, like, Ashley's kind of like, hey, I'm Ashley. What's going on? How you doing? Where's the party? Whereas Katie's like, hey, I'm Katie, but, like, let me just do what I do. Right.
She observes first, and then I think she will take action, but she has to observe and survey first.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's what I learned about her.
But it's so many different age dynamics. You have you, nice spring
I'm that
chicken,
spring chicken.
that, you know, 20s, and then you have Karen who,
Seasoned.
Seasoned.
Ooh,
Yeah.
seasoned. I don't think seasoned for women is good.
I like seasoned.
See, that's why
Seasoned. Like, that's a whole lot of
Season's not
oregano.
shade. Season's not shade. Season is like, you know, you have experienced life. You have done a lot, and you are wiser and more mature for it. That's seasoned.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we can do that. I like
We
that.
can do
Describing
that.
chicken, but like
I was thinking
Season
that
is
when I said
preparation
spring
for
chicken
prep.
and she said season, I'm like,
yeah,
that's not shade.
okay.
That's
Okay.
good. No,
But yeah, it's an interesting dynamic.
Yeah.
So have you learned a lot from Miss Karen?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Okay.
Yes. And you haven't seen me in yet.
I'm like,
I feel like
I
I,
thought you
just
were gonna
learned.
say no.
Well, I just learned so much about myself throughout the whole thing, and so even watching now, I'm watching as a viewer, and I observed more. So as I watched the show, I realized I observed everybody first because I didn't know anyone, and there were already relationships amongst them.
Okay.
So I was just trying to figure out where I could fit in.
okay.
And then in the end, I think I found my place.
Okay.
I mean, it may be on the Lost Island somewhere, but I'm there.
I mean, they actually looked up to you because they were like, "Oh, you have a beach house." Oh.
Oh, I don't think it was
we're
like
not
that.
saying that.
I don't
We're
think
not
it was
saying
like
that.
that. It was like it was kind of for you to extend an invitation.
Yeah,
Well, I think that was
that's
And
the
we're
how-
happy for you to
though.
be able to have a
That's a
beach
grown
house.
woman to actually have your, something separate.
Well, it's not. My
I know
husband
it's your
already had
husband's,
it.
but-
So, like, yeah, I will never take ownership of that because he had
True.
that prior to me.
Oh, no,
so.
honey, you can take ownership.
was
That's
gonna
your
say,
husband.
that's a
you
union.
all are a
You know,
unit.
I
You're a
gotta-
unit. That
I
is
gotta
your
build
husband.
My own. I gotta get my own.
Yes.
I'm
I
gonna build
guess.
my own.
Yeah, and we like that.
Yeah.
We
I
do
have
like
to.
that, but honey,
Yeah.
you still have a beach house.
Right. I mean, you still
I
have
mean,
a
I
beach
guess.
house. You were able
I
to
guess.
go over there, unlock the key. Hey, girls, come and
That's
stay
not
with
in
me.
my prenup though, so it's actually not mine. Just saying. I'm just putting
Well,
it out there for you.
Well,
Okay.
So, but I did learn.
He said, okay.
we're like,
Well, all right.
okay.
Yeah.
But I did really learn about myself, and I learned that I can be more confident, I can be more outgoing, because I was Miss DC before.
Yes.
Which is much more reserved. I'm meant to represent an organization. It's very conservative. And now it's like I can just represent Ashleigh. I can just be me.
Yes.
Right. And so that's been interesting for me to kind of learn how to do that and how to fit in.
Yeah.
Right.
So when you guys were approached for the show, what were your thoughts? I'm always like interested to know what people think when you get approached for a show.
I was like, no.
Really?
Yeah, I really don't want people in my business, all up in my disco, all up into this. But then I was like, you know what? Why not? I'm like at a great place in my life. I like my life, and I'm proud of my life. So I do want to show, myself, my kids, my family. I'm proud of it.
Because you're divorced, correct? Yeah. And you've been divorced for some time.
Yes.
Okay. Because when you were in the not in the media, so to speak, but when you were known as First Lady.
Yeah.
So it's oh, look. And the interviews to me are so hilarious when you guys do the one-on-ones.
Yeah.
Oh my God, hilarious. But yeah, so people knew you as First Lady.
Yes.
But now they see you as Gizelle.
Yes.
And doesn't that make you feel good?
Absolutely. That's kind of like what Ashley's saying. She is now just known not as Miss DC, but as Ashleigh. And I feel the same. Forever I was either Jamal Bryant's girlfriend, Jamal Bryant's wife, Jamal Bryant's ex-wife. But, today I'm Giselle.
Yeah.
And I like that.
Yeah. Okay.
I think for me, it's a little different. I had a really traumatic experience professionally, and as a result, there was a time where I just wasn't sure how I would recover.
Okay.
I knew that I had to, especially being a mother of 4 daughters. I had to. So when I was approached, I was very sensitive about it because I wanted to make sure that I was able to handle things in a manner in which it gave me the opportunity to speak or have a voice, but by the same token, it wasn't something that was difficult for my children. You know what I mean? Because it's a really fine line as a mother.
Yes.
And, you're judged. It doesn't matter how many people love you, how many people appreciate where you're coming from. There's always 1 or 2 people who are going to say, well, we really just don't like you. And that's okay, too, but it's hard for children. So I was really concerned about that. And that's one of the reasons I was very happy to take the position as friend, because then it wasn't kind of all on me, and I could kind of ease in, and I didn't have to bring my children in. And that worked for me.
True. We have actually never seen your children. Okay.
Well, yeah, right.
Okay.
And you will probably at one point, but very briefly and very,
What are the ages?
I have a soon-to-be 17-year-old who's a junior in high school. I have a 15-year-old who's a freshman in high school, and twins who are 12, 6th grade.
So you have like those teenagers.
Yes.
So okay.
Estrogen.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
A lot up in that house.
Oh, girl.
Yes.
Yes.
I love it. Okay. So when you were approached for the show, how did you feel?
Super excited.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, how many people get this opportunity?
True.
Hardly anyone. And so I was flattered that I was even considered, first of all. And then after I talked to my husband about it, because he's the one I was really concerned about. He has his business. I don't really have an established business like that, But then I was like, everyone's going to have an opinion. They're going to call me a gold digger. They're going to make all these accusations about me. So after I prepared myself for that, then I was like, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Actually, I didn't even call you a gold digger.
Sharice called me a gold digger.
I was getting ready to say somebody
Gizelle,
did it.
That was too
Gizelle?
easy. Gold digger was too easy.
Yeah. Gizelle finds more complicated things, I guess.
Yeah.
More
I mean, but
things.
your marriage is quite different.
It is.
Yeah.
We date those who are older, but to actually marry them, it's like, wow.
I did the opposite. I dated those who were younger, but I knew I wanted to marry an older man.
Really?
Oh,
Why?
Because, the younger guys I dated, I just dominated them.
Okay.
They were like pawns. But
Okay.
Michael, he actually gives me a challenge.
Okay. I love it. This ring chicken, I love it. I love it. And I have to call you that because it's like, you're 27 now?
27, yeah.
And he is
55.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know. When you hear it, it's like,
I know.
You clutch your pearls.
And then the first thing you say is like, I wonder if he get in bed. That's the first question that you ask yourself. Like,
She wonders if he's
I think
been bad.
I think I brought that up. That was like my favorite question.
Yeah. Yes is the answer, because he works out a lot. So he
Okay.
cycles,
Yeah.
he runs, he lifts weights.
Yeah.
So that kind of keeps the things going.
Yeah.
Like that testosterone is high.
Yeah.
I mean, his drive isn't as strong. Like he's not a schoolboy, like always panting out my leg and putting something on my back. But he is there. It's still pretty healthy.
This is way too much information.
Guys, I'm an open book. That's
She
just
is,
who I
and that's
am.
why people,
Like,
and that's why people love her. When you,
I just
when you-
can't. Yeah.
yeah,
Right.
I mean, when you look at Twitter, when you look at the reactions, it's like people love Ashleigh. People love Gizelle. You're beautiful.
Thank you.
And people love you because they're like, oh my God, the friend to the show. She's awesome. She's dope. You know what I mean? Because it's like, again, like the Shimmy is from the friend in Atlanta Housewives. Right. The Faye, the other one that's in the friend for the Beverly Hills. Yeah, it's like, yeah. But you're like a breath of fresh air because, like, when she said earlier, you're like the diffuser. You know, you like to keep peace.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You go in, see what's going on, make my assessments, get out. Yeah, you know what I mean, and let them keep it moving. Yeah, but it's cool. I mean, it really is cool. It's a lot of fun. These women are a lot of fun. A lot of strong personalities, you know, and it comes through on camera. And I think even when you're filming, you're concerned, like, wow, I wonder how this is going to play out. Are people going to think this is cool? Are they going to be even interested in this? But it's really, like, I've been very impressed with each and every one of them because everything hasn't been great. And I think there are times when each woman has had their ebbs and flows. But at the end of the day, I think that it's been a wonderful experience across the board. Yeah. And I think that, you know, it's nice to see a different kind of African American cast.
Thank you.
I mean, I think we're a different group of women.
That was gonna be my next point. Moving, how do you compare yourself? Because we know you guys come on the same day as Atlanta, and everybody wants to compare because it's just two completely different shows.
Right. Yeah. There's no comparison. We would never compare ourselves to anybody. And to be quite honest with you, I personally love the fact that we come right behind them. Yeah. Because, I mean, let's keep it all the way real. Their ratings are out of this world. Yeah. And I mean, you know.
You cannot deny that.
Yeah. And as they should be. You know, they have held it down for years. So kudos to them. And I'm happy to come right behind them and ride on some of those ratings. However, we are a completely different cast. Yes. And I appreciate who and what we are. I think that TV had not seen people like us, and for whatever that means. And I feel like that has been something that has resonated with a lot of people because it was a hole that was missing. Right. So, I mean, I'm extremely proud of the show. I mean, we have our moments and our issues, but overall, I'm beyond excited and happy and proud of what, you know, we were able to represent. You know, I love the fact that Ashleigh, coming from a very younger perspective, and, you know, truth be told, there isn't, I think she's the youngest housewife ever.
Right now,
And
in all the franchises, you're right.
And she held her own. I mean, you look at her and you're like, that's not a kid, that's a strong Black woman. So I love that about her. And then, you know, all of us have our own different dynamic that people, I think, are able to identify with.
Yeah, I mean, I love it.
I think the other thing is that, you know, one thing that I have seen is that the first couple of episodes, it was, oh, they're so bougie. They're so bougie. Yes, they're so pretentious. And it really kind of
etiquette.
Right, but it upsets you because it's a situation where as a Black cast, why do we have to either be ratchet or bougie? Why can't we just be Black women doing what we do and living our lives? Because at the end of the day, you know, you do a lot of filming, you do a lot of taping, and they get to see you in a lot of different situations. And you get portrayed the way you get portrayed, but by the same token, I hope that at the end of the series, or the episode, not the series, the season, that they respect that we really are just real people, and that they get to see each and every one of the housewives a lot differently than what they may have seen at the very beginning.
Right.
Yeah. Our stories evolve.
I think it's an important part of the discourse to talk about how just because we're a Black show, we're automatically grouped with the other Black show. Right. Are they comparing Beverly Hills to Dallas? Are they comparing Orange County to New Jersey?
But that's Black. That's what they do.
Yeah, but why?
I don't know. It's awful, but that's
why we all need to be grouped together just because we share a common race. They all share a common race, but you don't see that being a part of that discussion. Well, so I don't understand why it's just for us.
I think, though, Ashleigh, I've heard them also say, well, that Real Housewives of Potomac is similar for African Americans to Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, in the sense that it's a different kind of show.
Very true.
Which is interesting because I think that at least they're giving, it's not just one, you know, classification or characterization.
Yeah.
That's important.
Yeah. Because, I mean, it's class. So you would compare Potomac to Beverly Hills, because when you guys first came out, people were like, oh, I've never heard of Potomac, where's that? You know, it's like, if you're not from here, you wouldn't know, so there's no need to know. Everybody's heard of,
what's
you know.
Gizelle's line?
Right. Something about a little secret.
Little secret.
That's fine. If you don't know about us, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, because everybody knows.
Great.
Everyone knows Atlanta and Freaknik. You know, you turn up, you party, but people in Potomac, it's a different culture.
That's true.
It's true.
No, but we still turn up.
Yeah, but not.
Yeah,
not like
that.
But we did need our own space and our own lane, and I the whole etiquette thing. I mean, obviously that drove everybody crazy. If I heard that word one more time, I might have to
throw up in class too.
But it gave us a little bit of a separation, a little bit of a lane, and I get it. I get it. And now we've moved past etiquette.
Yes.
Right. Thank the Lord.
Thank the Lord. I was like,
because we have done some non-etiquette things.
Yes. Yes, because you know who got a lot of flack?
Right.
Robin got a lot of flack because she put up an Instagram post with her shoes on the furniture. And people were commenting like, "Oh, you have no etiquette, you have no class. Why do you have your feet on the furniture?" Yes,
that picture was fire.
And didn't she say she didn't care?
She said she didn't
care. She didn't care.
Oh boy, so
yeah, it was of Robin.
Yeah, right, it was really cute. And she was like positioned kind of with her foot on the chair, and people were making comments. And she says, "Yeah, well, you know what? I know my foot's on the chair." And I don't
it wasn't even foot; it was her shoe.
Her shoe
was on the chair.
Right.
See, now you think differently. You're like, "Oh, her shoe."
No,
but
I mean,
it's her couch.
It's her couch.
Rock it out. Yeah. Do your thing.
It's her couch. I mean, yeah,
people gonna have something to say
that's
about
what
it.
I'm saying.
Yes.
It doesn't matter. That's true.
Yeah, and
especially
you gotta do you. You can't worry about that.
Yes.
Exactly, but especially when episode 1 was pro etiquette, like etiquette, and then you go, I got my shoes on the couch, like on my Versace couch, you know. But which leads me to what?
Who was the person who started that etiquette conversation? was it spread amongst the whole group, or was it
that was your girl?
One or two people.
And we shall move on.
We shall move on.
Yes,
exactly.
we shall move on.
So how do you guys feel like you differ from DC? We know DC didn't have a successful run. They were classy women as well. You know, and
I think they didn't have the chemistry that we have. I think that from what I remember, you probably would know, I don't think that they knew each other prior to filming. 4 of us knew each other extremely well, or very well before we started. So we already had that chemistry there. And when you saw, especially in the beginning, when we were mad at each other, we were really mad. Like, we didn't have to manufacture a feeling. We didn't have to make it up. We didn't have to act like, okay, should I be mad? But I'm not really mad. No, we mad.
We mad.
So I think from
the
door.
We are mad. We mad.
We mad. We real mad. And I think from the door, people could resonate with the fact that we have chemistry. We know each other. And I think DC was missing that.
Absolutely. That's absolutely true. They didn't know each other. They assembled a cast. First of all, it was a different production company.
Yes.
Interesting.
And I don't know whether you know this, but the same production company that produces Real Housewives of Potomac also produces Real Housewives of Atlanta.
I figured.
And so they are genius. I mean, because they have the most successful franchise in Real Housewives franchise. But that notwithstanding, I think you're absolutely right. It was organic. They didn't know each other. And so to assemble women who are in different social spaces, different professional spaces, and only know each other because of a film or because of filming, it's not natural. And it shows. I think the reason why, Gizelle and Charisse having their moment at the beginning was real was because, like she said, it was genuine. And when they resolved it, it was genuine. And at the beach, when Katie was going through her thing, it was genuine. So it wasn't like, okay, let's go upstairs and be mad and do this and do that. No, it's just what it is. And so you really get to see really real behavior.
Yeah. I mean, were you familiar with DC?
I've only watched 1 or 2 episodes.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it was one of those things where you're like, next.
I think you didn't know what was going on. Like they didn't.
It wasn't cohesive. It wasn't cohesive.
Yeah.
There was no connection. So when they were there, they were there. It wasn't.
But they have been very supportive of us. So I do appreciate that.
Yeah, Stacey is definitely because she's a Delta.
She's a good friend of mine too, and I love Stacey. And before deciding how to proceed, I spoke with her and had a wonderful conversation with her. And she's always been so encouraging and so supportive, and kind of talked about some of the pitfalls. And even Erica, because Erica Martin, and now Erica Martin Bolden, was the friend of the cast. So I even spoke to her to see kind of how does that play. And, it was interesting. And they're wonderful women and, super awesome.
That was smart. You did your own work.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because it's one of those things where you're like, again, when you go into something blindsided and you have no idea, you're set up, you're going to fail. You have to have a vision and a plan when you go into these things. I'm going to create a name for myself. Right. I'm going to be in and out because I don't want to have my entire family here.
Exactly.
And I just want to have fun, So it's one of those things where you have to know when you go here, what's going to happen.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it exposes everything. Because now people are Googling like, you know what Jamal Bryant did? And you know what? I mean, and people are, well, she's with this guy. There's always negativity when it comes to these shows.
Yeah.
Right. So right.
Yeah, everything comes out. So you just need to be ready to rock it out and just go with it. Yeah. So you can't be weak. You can accept for the weak at heart.
And it brings me to my point when you Googled Robin. Mm-hmm. Now tell us about that.
I am a millennial. Okay. So I Google everybody.
I do too.
Before I date somebody, I Google them. New friends, I Google them. And the thing is, I hadn't really been led into the circle, so the only way for me to learn about them was to Google them.
Okay. Did you Google me when I emailed you? I'm nervous.
What?
Uh-oh.
That is neither here nor there, Ashley. That is
I'm like, Lord.
That's cute. That's
interesting.
Cute.
Okay.
That's a yes. Though. It was all good.
Okay, good.
It was all good.
Excellent.
Yeah, no, you bring it.
Okay.
But then the mistake I did make was talking about it.
Yeah. I my heart went out to her. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, no.
It was definitely pain though. You know, when you watch these shows, you're like, okay. But when you genuinely are upset, I said, oh my Jesus.
Yeah. And I didn't know her at the time. I really thought that she was just like disliked me, that she was stone cold, no emotion, not open to getting to know me. So I mean, I didn't really feel that bad about it at the time. But then after getting to know her and hearing her say at L2 when I talked to her about it, that she had been hurt in the past and she did know who she could trust and she did have a barrier up, then I was like, okay.
I get it.
My bad.
Yeah.
That was my bad. And Katie was my only friend at the time. So I was just talking amongst friends at the time. And in America. Amongst friends in America.
Your only friend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God, Gizelle is hilarious.
Yeah.
I swear, it's you and Katie, oil and water. No.
We'll see.
Possibly.
It's a work in progress.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to go to a commercial break, but I am going to come back with some games for these lovely ladies. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Fun.
Okay. Carrying my phone. I'm carrying towels. We are doing manual labor. We're lifting. Woo. Oh, it's pretty. It's beautiful. Those are instructors? Oh my God.
Good afternoon, ladies. Welcome to Surf 101.
Oh my God.
We're not Malibu Barbies. We don't surf because we know that there are sharks in the water, and we're not trying to get our legs chopped off or our arms.
Lovely to meet you. Thanks for coming out.
Make me proud now. Make us proud. Make me proud. Love it.
I'm not surprised that they are not surfing.
I'm cheering you guys on. Yeah. Woohoo!
Did anyone really think they were going to get their hair wet?
You're going to start out with your feet about a foot from the tail in a resting prone position like this. And then ideally, you're bringing up your feet like that.
But the young girls, including myself.
And yes. All right.
Nice. Good.
Yes.
We'll go surf and have fun. Why not?
We had a great view of everybody's ass. I want to say kudos. I rated them from 1 to 10.
Out of the 4, I'd have to give it to the young Miss Ashley.
She got a teacup booty.
Yes.
It's a tight booty.
Yes. That's a nice booty.
Take a bow.
Take a bow. Take a bow.
Maybe my booty should take a bow.
All right.
Now, I think I would have to go to Robin because Katie is Flaticus Butticus.
Oh, Lord.
Flaticus Butticus. You are wrong, Gizelle. Would you like us to rate y'all booties?
Yeah, really. Get up.
Come on,
I think this should be a booty shaking contest, not just a booty contest.
Shake it.
I got my six-pack. If anybody wants to feel my stomach, feel free at any given moment.
Okay, that's it.
This thing is tight.
Okay, Gizelle.
In Potomac, you must conduct yourself with proper etiquette.
Are you helping me?
Is this a girls only thing?
If you have a protrusion in your pants, you're not allowed to come.
What about a really?
I have no idea what I'm doing.
What is going on?
Building the storage for the equipment.
You need some help?
I mean, you can try. You know, this is not my forte.
Juan still has no idea if he got the coaching job out of state or not. So we're still hanging in limbo.
The dude said, he just snap it in place. I'm like, you sure? I said, do I need to get one of the guys outside Home Depot to put it together? He said, no, just snap it together.
No, I think we can handle this. I didn't even tell you about our trip to Bethany Beach. It's crazy.
What happened?
The house, it was like a really nice house, $2 million house, but it only had like 5 bedrooms for 7 women. And one of them was like the kids' room, so it had 2 twin beds. And Ashley put Gizelle and I in the twin bed. I was like, oh, this is cool. Like, Me and Juan used to sleep in the twin bed. We used to do that
I love it.
If Juan's big behind can sleep in the twin bed.
Oh, yes.
Juan's like, what, 6'4"?
He's huge.
Yeah.
He's huge. Yes, but we're back with the ladies of Real Housewives of Potomac. Okay, and I said I had a game, right?
Yes.
So my game, since we're all women, we got to talk men.
Yeah, of course.
So if you had the chance to sleep with, I'm going to give some names, and you say yay or nay.
Okay. That's it? Just yay or nay?
You can say, whether or not.
Just sleep with. Though.
Yeah,
okay,
just
got
sleep
it.
with.
Okay.
We skip movies, skip dinner. We want to get it in.
Get it in. Get down to the nitty gritty.
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. Juan Dixon.
I can't.
Nay.
Come on now.
No.
I can't. It's just too close.
That's friends.
Yeah. You wrong.
Yeah,
You tried it.
Yeah,
you tried
it.
Hey, I'm just asking.
You tried it. Okay.
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 Andy Cohen.
He's gay.
Heck yeah, I would, girl.
Thank you. I'm like, we
Turn
here.
him in.
He doesn't
out,
want
in.
you.
No.
Wait,
But
what?
turn him in. Or is it out? What is it?
He's already out, so you turn him back in.
You have to bring it back in.
Yeah.
Bring it on back in.
This is where I was thinking.
Yes.
Okay.
It's so fun.
If he
It's
wanted,
so
if he
gorgeous
wanted
to me.
this side, then yes. But I don't think he would. I don't think I'd do anything for him.
Just so you could throw it on.
Look.
Yeah.
Throw it on.
Okay.
Donald Trump.
No.
No.
Gross.
Oh, no.
Disgusting.
Oh, God.
Absolutely
Oh,
not.
no.
Clutch the pearls.
Don't want to see him naked.
Yes.
Ever.
No.
No.
Yes.
I'd rather become a nun.
Yeah.
I'm chill on that. Yeah.
Or lesbian. one of the two.
Lesbian, something.
Yeah.
Anything.
Yeah.
POTUS. President Barack Obama.
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
Respectfully, Michelle, we gonna get it in.
Yes. What you think?
Well, maybe. Yeah. I mean,
Maybe. No. I was like, wait, I don't believe that.
She's
She's like, no.
That man's so fun.
no, he's awesome. He's a whole lot of
Swag for days.
Michael Jordan.
no.
I would do Jordan 1996.
Circa.
Yeah, not today.
Okay. Drake.
No,
Yes.
he does not do it
You
for
said
me
no.
at all.
Me
Why?
He's too goofy.
Goofy.
A little awkward.
Not now
Goofy.
anymore. He has like the gym selfies with the little six pack coming out.
Goof.
See.
Goof I goof.
He could
That
turn you
goof.
up.
Goof.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Diddy.
No.
She's
No.
thinking.
Only if he played like one of his songs like from back in the day. If he started with that, I might give him. I might go
Okay.
for it.
Girl.
Which one?
Like
Right.
like
I need a girl. I need a girl to ride.
yeah.
ride,
I
ride.
mean, if he got that going, we had about 10 drinks. It's,
Not 10 drinks.
Yeah, we can.
Girl, you'd be past 10 drinks. It wouldn't matter.
Joe Claire.
No.
He's married.
No.
Look at Anne. She's
POTUS
like,
was.
what?
No. I've never met Joe before.
You'll meet him.
But he might, because he's a huge comedian,
yeah,
so
yeah,
he might,
Is he a
your
charmer?
panties might come off because
Really?
he's making you
Just
laugh.
laugh your
He
panties
will
off.
have you. We love you, Joe. If you're watching, we love you.
Right on down.
Yes,
Right.
Yes,
I'm
indeed.
not opposed to that. No, I'm just kidding. I'm
Yeah.
married. Giselle, dang.
I know.
But like,
Guy Lambert.
No, he is like 4 foot nothing.
he's the homie. He's the
He is the homie, but
Yeah.
he's such a ladies' man. He's
Is
adorable.
he really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Oh, girl.
Maybe you
But
should play with us.
Oh,
Ashley,
he
maybe
doesn't
you
do
should
it for
play
us.
the game with us, girl.
Yeah, he's 4 foot nothing. No.
Yeah. Okay. But you're tall. You have
Yes.
this model body. So I mean, anybody. So wait. What's the shortest that you would date?
My ex-husband, which was like we were the same height. So
Okay.
my height. If he's shorter than me, no.
Because you're like what?
I'm
5'9"?
5'7". No, I'm 5'7".
Really?
Yeah, I'm actually kind of short. I normally always wear heels except today.
Oh, okay.
But I'm 5'7".
You have that
Yes.
long, lean body, so it looks like you're
Yes,
like
say
5'9".
more. Say more.
Oh.
Long, lean.
Long, lean.
body.
How much time we got?
Yes, we got 2 minutes. But yeah, I'm like, you have to, kind of dabble around and see who you guys would love to just try
Do you know
out.
who my celebrity crush is? That I talked
who's
about her
that?
on the show. I don't think you guys. I really have a crush on. It's Alex Trebek from Jeopardy.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh,
Oh my
guys,
God.
he's so
Girl, you
my
do
God.
like older men.
I told you. I said this game is going to be funny because you have
Well, he
different
always dresses.
dynamics.
He's very dapper.
Jerry Springer? Y'all don't laugh at Jerry
Oh no,
Girl,
I can't stand Jerry.
Okay.
I had you with Alex Trebek, but I cannot stand Jerry
done
Springer.
too.
I hate
I
him.
can't.
He's disgusting.
All of that is just too
You
much.
watch Baggage? It's kind of funny. Like,
But he's so
No
like
one's laughing.
he's
Oh,
like
girl,
he's
no.
disgusting to me.
No.
more for me.
Springer.
Yes,
Have him, girl.
I had you
all
with
of them.
Trebek. I was
Okay,
and I was with you with Andy Cohen.
Okay, yeah. So we
Alex
we
Trebek,
two out
like
of three.
1988.
Two out of three.
Yeah,
But
Was
you
she even
you're all
born?
by yourself.
oh shade.
That's okay.
No,
For me.
were you even when Alex was young
88.
and fly? You weren't even.
She was like
No,
two.
no, the show's been on for like 30 years.
Oh,
I think
bless
longer
you.
than I've been alive. So Michael's lived here longer than I've been alive.
That's why I said this would be a
That's
good game
true.
because of the
That's
dynamics.
cute. That is so
Hilarious.
cute that she finds him attractive.
Yes.
It is.
So smart.
Yes. Yes. We'll take another commercial break because I know these ladies have so much to do on their plate. But I will say, before they go, what can we expect from the reunion?
Bloodbath. You can expect a lot of questions to be answered.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We know that, but what can we expect?
A lot of things that I feel weren't explained.
Sure.
Yeah.
Good.
I think Twitter gives a good indication.
Yes.
Because
I
as
love
we
Twitter.
watch the show, we tweet. So if you look at all of our Twitters, you can kind of see some areas that will definitely be
I
clarified.
love Twitter. Don't you
Yes.
love Twitter? I love it.
I didn't until the show. Now
Really?
I love Twitter.
I love
Yeah.
Twitter.
Yeah.
Like if you ever watch anything, award shows, TV shows, anything, you can live tweet and it's just so much fun.
People, I didn't know how much people love that whole live tweet interaction. They love that.
That's amazing.
Right.
You
So,
can interact with your fans.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Yes.
I love it. What can we expect? What do you think?
I don't know. They're gonna have to show us some good stuff.
Yes.
Some good
Brynee,
stuff.
you be right there, boo. What you mean?
right.
She's right up in it.
I'm excited.
But we're
Get in,
going to
get
come
out.
to slay. You
Yes.
can see that. We're
Yes.
going to slay.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
we are.
Without a
I
doubt.
think I love the reunion because everybody always looks so beautiful. So beautiful. But yes, I'm going to thank you ladies so much. We're going to stick around and chat with you more.
Okay.
Yes, but I know Ashleigh and Gizelle have so much to do, and I want to thank them so much for coming.
You're very
for
welcome.
having us.
Yes,
Yes, thank
of
you.
course. Yes, I have
So
to come
you're here every day?
No, I'm here on Wednesdays.
Okay.
Wednesdays with Fred Smoot. Hey, Fred, from noon to 2.
Where's Fred?
Yes, we're going to
Where
get
is
you.
Fred?
You're probably at home watching live. Like, I'm sorry.
Well, whenever you want us back, just let us know.
We will. We will. I will. I
Okay.
will.
We had a
Thank
good
you.
time. This is
yes,
fun.
This is fun.
Yeah,
Yes,
Miss
yes,
Ash.
yes. Thank you. Commercial break.
I think we can handle this. I didn't even tell you about our trip to Bethany Beach. It's crazy.
What happened?
The house, it was like a really nice house, $2 million house, but it only had like 5 bedrooms for 7 women. And one of them was like the kids' room, so it had 2 twin beds. And Ashleigh put Gizelle and I in the twin bed. I was like, oh, that's cool. Like, me and Juan used to sleep in the twin bed. We used to do that every night. I was feeling a little nostalgic. I was like, oh, this reminds me of the days.
So you had flashbacks.
You remember that day we met?
Remember the days you were stalking me before we met?
Stalking you.
And you so happened to be burning a hole in my neck from the top of the bleachers.
Yeah, he's got that story wrong. I was at the game to see another guy.
Remember when we talked that night?
Yeah.
What we talk about?
I have no idea.
We were talking about the Young and the Restless. You don't remember that?
No.
Yeah, we were talking about the
Why
Young.
do you remember that?
Probably you the love of my life.
In Potomac, you must conduct yourself with proper etiquette.
Are you helping me? Is this a girls only thing?
If you have a protrusion in your pants, you're not allowed to come.
What about a really big clit?
I just changed from one day to the next. I grew tired of everything. So I decided to express my frustrations. You know what the thing about a revolution is? You don't plan them. I didn't, at least. There just happened to be a lot of people that agreed with me. I happened to be the voice that spoke. They called me El Jefe.
I miss my people. You know, when I'm getting calls from my old teammate, like, man, it just ain't the same here, man. We need, you know, and just constantly people need me back.
I'm talking about hitting, picking that thing up. I'll meet you in the end zone. We're going to get a couple flags today. Let's get that. If they delay hitting and celebrate, we don't give a damn. Top flight on 3. 1, 2, 3, top flight.
Fred Smoot is as good a cornerback as there is.
Fred Smoot felt like he was given a second chance when he joined the Redskins for a second time this past offseason. He said it was like moving back into his mama's house. His goal is to help bring a championship back to D.C. And when they walked off the field after last week's win, you would have thought he won the lottery.
My first time going to the playoffs, now really be nowhere but D.C. when I do that.
One time he taught me 30. Got a nigga want a two-way, I need another 30. I'm a genius when it come to getting money, kinda nerdy. Started kinda 6-15, me done my 7:30. If the subject is some real shit, you know I'm going ham. Your opinions in your comments, niggas, I can give a damn, yeah.
I wasn't surprised to find my enemies. I could see el odio in their eyes. They wanted to stop me for my accomplishments. I'll thank them though, because without them, I wouldn't have someone to stand above.
I said that's the way it is, that's the way it's gon' be. Won't be happy till I'm in the same place as Max B. All them niggas do your thing, dawg, you know I catch me. Anything you wanna know about them things, just ask me. See, I might be from the ghetto, but I'm gon' be classy. You can hate it if you want, but I'm gon' be flashy. See, I do it for the time that I was broken ass chic. Bitches say you wore them clothes all week, you nasty. See, Fox said it best, real niggas don't die. How you niggas so...
And we're back. Real Housewives of Potomac. The ladies have departed, but I still have the lovely Brynee with me.
Yes, hi.
Yes. So now we get a one-on-one.
Right.
Yes. So we both are in a sorority.
Yes.
Alpha Kappa Alpha. We're gonna divert from the show and talk real life.
Okay.
When we met, where did we meet? At a cookout, right?
At a party. Was it a fight party or something? It was an evening event.
Yeah. And it was funny.
Lots of champagne. Someone's birthday.
Yes. And it's so funny because champagne is the drink for Potomac.
Yes, girl, yes.
But we just had so much fun.
Uh-huh.
And I think that had to be like, 3 years ago maybe?
It was. It had to be at least 3, maybe even a little longer than that.
But I just was like, when I saw you on the show, I was like, oh my God, I'm so proud. Because when we talked AKA, we talked about life. And I was just like, when you meet those genuine people, you want to keep in touch, you know?
Absolutely.
So I was just like, I had a ball. I really did.
And I did too. And I'm so proud of you.
Thanks.
Do this, girl. Do it.
But it's hard with being a black woman. Right. You struggle. You have to, prove your point. You have to go in places like, okay, and demand respect.
Right.
Every job I've gone to, and I'm not going to say the first job I ever had, but it was an all-white publication.
Right.
And it was just hard. They always assumed, oh, you went to Howard, right? Oh, you're the intern, right? I still get, I'm the intern, and I'm 30-something.
Right.
Like, to me, it's like, you're living in a not even a white man's world. You're living in a man's world.
Absolutely.
It's just, tell me your experiences. Did you ever have to feel like you have to prove yourself?
Well, a lot. But, I went to Howard Law School.
Okay.
And so I went to Bryn Mawr undergrad. Mm-hmm. And so there it was the same kind of situation where, oh, you're here because they had to fill a quota, right? And the thing is, no, they didn't get enough federal funding to require a quota. Mm-hmm. I'm here because I'm probably a little better than you are.
Right.
You see?
Right.
But at the end of the day, it's a process, but it builds you up and it keeps you strong and keeps you focused so that you can encounter what life throws at you, because life's going to throw something at you. It's inevitable. So you just have to be prepared for it.
It's so hard, but at Bryn Mawr,
Yes.
you pledged AKA, right?
Well, yes, it was Philadelphia City Chapter.
Yes.
So it was based at the University of Pennsylvania.
So that was Gamma Epsilon,
Gamma
right?
Epsilon,
Yes.
I was Bacillus. All that good
I was
stuff.
too. Yes. So we were president of our chapter. See how
Yes.
how we do
Yes.
girl power. We've always been on, and we were like, I'm gonna do this. I'm holding it down because
Right.
I was a Delta Iota.
Oh yes,
Yes,
right.
Cheney
There it
University
is.
of Pennsylvania.
And we love our local stores.
Yes.
We supported each other, and I hope we still do. I hope our chapters are still
I
loving
know.
each other because that was beautiful.
I mean, we talked to Gamma Epsilon a lot, and then we had Delta Mu,
Right.
which was
Temple.
the undergrad chapter at Temple University. We all come together and we do fun things.
Right.
I haven't been back in probably 4 years or so.
Okay.
Now I know with some schools, people don't really engage in homecoming. Do you go back for homecoming?
Well, no, it's more like Penn Relays.
Penn
is when
Relays,
we
that's
come
right,
back
Philly.
Because at Philly at University of Pennsylvania, that is the time when everyone
Yes,
kind of comes back
yeah.
for homecoming. Homecoming was cool, but you get to see more of your
Yeah.
people there.
Penn
during
Relays is fun, yeah.
And then you don't just see people at Penn, you see everybody. So we get to see Delta Iota,
Yes.
Delta Mu, the whole crew.
The
They
whole
road
crew.
trip. They
Yes,
still road trip.
and the road trip used to be like forever because it was in the sticks. It was
Right.
like, oh my God, like 3 hours, but it felt like eternity.
Yes.
But it was always fun. You know, I just love. I loved my whole college life, the whole
Right.
pledging. I loved the whole sorority life. You know, and that was pre-professional life, like
Right.
pre-media, pre-TV, pre-radio.
Right.
I mean, now that you've gone on the show, how do you think your life has changed?
I think that now it's interesting because I've received a lot of positive interaction from people. People kind of know me on the street, so they'll say, "Hey, are you Brynee?" Or, "Hey, you look familiar."
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of weird because you want to say, "Well, I mean, I'm from this area."
Yeah.
And then you're like, "Oh, maybe it's a show."
Yeah.
But you don't want to say
You don't
maybe
wanna
it's a
say-
show, and they're like, "Girl, no, I don't watch that."
Right. You don't want to be
So
like.
you're just like, "Oh, okay, well, it's nice to meet you. I'm Brynee," and you just talk. But it's really been interesting because I think that as a result of the show, I was able to really convey a lot of very, difficult obstacles that I've had to encounter.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been wonderful because I've received so much positive feedback and support. And what I've also learned is that so many people go through a lot of things,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes they just hide in shame, or they deal with it in such a quiet, private place that it never gets resolved.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think the reason why I approach the show the way that I do is because I'm like, look, in life you're gonna go through it.
Yes.
And right now, upsetting each other for stupid, petty reasons just to cause confusion is not working here. Not
Yeah.
as long as I'm present, because I'm not going to be a part of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where there are a lot of wonderful women. We have a lot to offer. Let's be good. Let's be cool. You know?
Yeah, and it's interesting because like I met Sharice a long time ago.
Yes.
And she probably does not even remember this, but my line sister's uncle is Eddie Jordan.
Oh wow. Okay.
So and she's from Jersey. So
Okay,
she would
right.
come down and visit me in Maryland. She's like, let's drive to Eddie's house.
Right.
I have to tell you this story. It's so funny.
Okay.
She's like, yeah, let's drive to Eddie's house. And I'm like, okay. Now I lived in Upper Marlboro.
Oh, that's where
And
I was.
she said-
That's where I grew up. Upper Marlboro.
So she said, well, he lives in this place called Potomac, from
Right,
Jersey.
right.
She didn't know.
Like,
I
okay,
said,
whatever.
okay, yeah, it's not far.
go,
It's like,
right.
let's go. Had my dad's truck, and I have never really driven a truck, an SUV, like a huge Escalade.
Right.
So I'm driving. I get into Eddie's driveway. Now he has this, in Potomac, you guys have this long, fancy driveway.
Some houses.
Yeah, some houses. But he had this gate decoder where you got to
Right.
punch in the code.
Right.
So I was like, it was too dark for me to actually, I don't know why I didn't go for it. Now that I think back, I went backward. I tried to back in so I could park on the side because she's like,
Oh, girl, you backed into the
I
gate.
backed into
Into
the
the-
I backed
oh.
into the decoder. There was this huge. It was so funny because she said, "Well, Sharice is going to see you. Sharice is, she's mean. She's mean."
Oh no!
She did not like Sharice. She said she's mean. I'm like, so should I? She said, "Well, just back in and we'll park on the side because Eddie, Eddie will come around front."
Oh wow.
And I'm like, okay.
Uh-huh.
What? 18 years old. I'm like, okay. I backed into his decoder.
Oh no.
There was a huge dent in my dad's truck.
Oh, I know your father.
Oh
Was through.
my God!
Was
I
through.
was through, and I was like, call Eddie, tell him to come outside, because now what am I supposed to do? I need to
Right.
fix this,
Right.
So I felt like that movie with Steve Harvey. It's like you tried to fix the car,
Right.
fix the truck before
Right.
your parent get home.
Oh right. Right.
Wait, with Christina Milian.
Right.
Oh my God! I was like, oh My God. So a huge dent. Like I said, Sharice, again, she wasn't friendly. You know, she came out, but it was a traumatic experience for me because I was a teenager and I had already crashed my dad's truck just trying to say hey to Eddie because she was staying there for the weekend.
Okay.
So it was just a mess. And I'm like, that had to be 10 years ago.
Bless your heart.
So,
that's horrible.
Yeah.
So when you say she wasn't friendly, I mean, what do you mean? She was just like
The way she comes off on the show, I was telling people, I said I've met her before. The way she comes off on the show is the way she is. It's like, hello. Hi. Like, it's never like a warm, amiable, approachable feeling. You're scared to give her a hug. You're scared to say hello. Yeah.
That's so sad because the Sharice I know is so different.
Really?
And I didn't meet her as a good friend or as a friend of a friend. I was referred to her by a mutual friend, another soror of ours.
Okay.
Who and I wound up representing Behind the Bench, the NBA Wives Association, when she was president. And they had a matter that needed some attention, so I went over to her home and met with her, and she was very pleasant. And I was very professional. You know what I mean? So it wasn't like, hey, girl.
Yeah.
It was just, very professional, and we talked and we interacted, and it was nice. And, we started speaking a lot just because of the requirements for representation. And then suddenly we just became really cool. She invited us to a couple of events, and then we just became really cool. And so it's so funny because watching the show, the first couple of episodes, or the first few episodes, I was saddened to see the way that she was portrayed because I felt like that really wasn't her personality. However, it's interesting that you're saying
that. I was like, that was Sharice to the T, and I'm like, oh my God.
I don't think that. Oh, sorry, I'm sorry. I don't think that. But anyway,
we'll have to have it 10 years later. We'll have to. She probably won't even remember.
Get back together.
I'll be like, hi.
She's what I knew about her even before I really started working with her is that she's very supportive of women. She's all about girl power, and she's also about helping to build businesses, Black businesses, women businesses, everybody's business. But she's just, that's what I got from her. So gosh, we have to do a do-over. Can we do a do-over?
Yes, we have. I promise we'll have to do a do-over. But I won't cook crabs at her house.
Girl,
I promise. I will not steam crabs at Sharice's house.
Let me tell you something.
I can't even steam them. But the thought of that, I was like, oh Jesus. And I forgot to bring that up with Gizelle. I'm like, wow, really?
Listen. Production is so interesting
how
things go. And it's funny because that night she had a fabulous catered affair. There were bartenders there. There were people passing hors d'oeuvres. There was a buffet that was fabulous with a lot of different foods and options and whatever. And there was all this feedback like, how you going to be so fabulous cooking crabs? What are you doing cooking crabs? And I think that was just a part of the, storyline, which was very interesting, and it was fun and funny. But yeah, I've never cooked crabs over at Sharice's.
Ever.
And we eat crabs often
ever
at Sharice's.
Right. And it's funny, when growing up, my family was from my grandfather lives in the country area in Charles County.
Oh, you're from Maryland. So you're Maryland.
Maryland all day.
So wait a minute, you grew up in Maryland too?
Yes.
Where did you go?
Upper Marlboro. I went to Largo.
I went to Oxon Hill. Girl, yes.
You know what?
PG County.
Yes,
girl.
PG
Before
County
it was
all the
Prince
way.
George's
Yes, it was
We're
just PG.
Yes.
So how did you migrate to Potomac?
So I went, lived in Upper Marlboro, lived in Marlton back in the day.
Oh my God, you're right around the corner from me.
Right on North Marlton Avenue.
Oh my goodness, yes.
That's where I was from the time I came home from the hospital until the time I left for college. Love Prince George's County. There is nothing like that county.
Nothing.
And I still call it my county because that's where I spent so much, so many critical years, and I'm so proud of that county. I'm so proud of the people in that county. Anyway,
yes,
went to
Oxon Hill.
It is home. And when you just go there, even just going back, I still have a lot of friends and family there. We go back often, and it's just so good to see all the beautiful development that's going on. My kids do cheer. I know I'm digressing for a minute, but I was at the National Harbor, and I'm just so proud. And Rashawn Baker is like my big brother.
You know he's a Q.
I know he's a Q, and his wife is a Delta.
Oh, boo.
But I know. But I love Sis anyway.
Okay.
And
we'll give her a pass.
We're gonna give her a pass because some of our
best friends
some of our best friends are
and they
Deltas.
just don't know. They do because their mother did it, but it's okay.
But you know what though? I'm gonna tell you something. Going to a majority institution, honey, supporting each other is what we did. I don't care what you were, what you did, how you did it. do what you do, girl.
Yes.
And we love you.
And we love it. And we love it.
We went to each other's events. So it's weird especially going to law school at Howard, because it was funny because like, oh, no, that's so-and-so. She's done. And I'm like, no, we don't do that.
Yeah.
We support each other. Life is too hard.
Life is too hard. You already get labeled.
Girl, yes. So back to Upper Marlboro.
Yes.
I think that, growing up there, I think, actually, I just lost my train of thought. What in the hell are we talking about?
Oh my God, hilarious. Okay, we'll pedal back. We're talking about Rashawn and his Delta wife. That's what threw us so sideways.
That's probably took me to the side.
Yeah.
I love both of them, and I'm so happy for Rashawn. I'm so happy about what he's doing for Prince George's County, and I really think that Prince George's County is definitely one of the most phenomenal places to grow up, especially as a Black woman. I feel like it gives you the level of confidence to know that you can accomplish anything. It gives you the level of family to understand that people are there supporting you even if you fall down. And it also gives you a level of pride knowing that you get to see people around you, a lot of people who look like you, who are doing dynamic things. And just looking at even the National Harbor, it's so beautiful, and it's coming along so well. And I'm just so excited for all of the resources that are going to continue to flow into that county.
I live about 5 minutes away from there.
I love it.
I love it.
So now you asked me, I do backpedaling. I remember your question. You asked me how I wound up in Potomac.
Yes.
So I went away to college, and when I came back to from college, my youngest sister, had migrated from Oxon Hill. There was a devastating incident where a child was shot, and it was a very random, horrible experience. It was an isolated experience, but my mother was completely traumatized. So she took my sister out of Oxon Hill, put her in Douglas for the rest of the year, Frederick Douglass, which was our home school, and then she went to Sidwell Friends. And so because she was in Sidwell Friends, we moved over there. We kept the house in Upper Marlboro, but Upper Marlboro is a little bit of a hike for what I was doing. Because I was working in the city, and then I went to law school at Howard. So I stayed in McLean Gardens, where we lived in D.C., for a little while, and then I got married.
So after Oxon Hill, she went to Douglas and then Sidwell Friends?
Sidwell Friends.
Okay.
Graduated around the time Chelsea Clinton was there, and little Al Gore. Graduated, and then I went on to law school. I got married. We lived in D.C. for a while, and then we lived in Silver Spring. And when we had our second child, we moved to Silver Spring with the second child. Then we moved to Potomac when we had the twins. And a few years after, we divorced.
I was going to ask you now, are you married now?
I'm not married.
A lot of the housewives are not married.
No.
Except Ashleigh.
Been there, done that, got the T-shirt and the soundtrack.
T-shirt and soundtrack, I love it.
T-shirt and soundtrack. But I have 4 lovely, wonderful, amazing daughters. And I'm in a great relationship now.
I love it. Oh, hey. It should be girlfriends of Potomac. It's never, or girlfriends of Atlanta. It's never anybody that's married. It's always one married couple, and that's it.
Ashleigh's married. Karen's married.
Oh, she is married.
Sharice is technically married.
He's
married.
She is. You're absolutely right. But okay. I'm waiting to see what the next season will be like.
What will next season
bring? Yes, because Eddie is, because I have met Eddie a dozen times.
Yes.
He is very, very private. He's always been private. So I know he was not happy about this.
No, I think that, Eddie is a wonderful person.
He is so sweet.
A wonderful guy. I really, really like Eddie. I love the Jordan family. All of them. They're just wonderful people. And, it's very... relationships, marriage at its best is hard work.
Thank you.
So
to have a microscope on it,
it's a lot.
Is even harder.
It's a lot, but I have faith in them. I do. I'm prayerful that it'll all work out.
Me too. When Sharice revealed that her and Eddie, she was unhappy, it was devastating.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of knew that because I kind of knew, like I said, I met them before.
Right.
But since he spends so much time in New Jersey and she spends so much time in Maryland, and the kids are not young, they're teenagers.
Right.
You kind of wonder, how does this work? You're never home anymore.
Well, I know a lot of times they do go up there, especially during the seasons. They were going up, every couple of weeks or whatever. They would go up.
Because he coaches for Rutgers now, right?
Well, he did. I don't think he's there anymore.
Okay.
But he, so they would make the trip and do what they needed to do. But, I've known Charisse for a long time, and Eddie.
Yes.
And I was with them since when he was with the Wizards, as head coach for the Wizards. And, you know, this was their foundation. And then when Eddie went to the Lakers, remember, he was assistant coach of the Lakers. You know, it was a hard decision, but before the Lakers, he went to Philly.
Yes.
But that was just for
Philly.
a year.
That was for, yep.
But remember, Charisse and the kids all moved, packed, changed schools, changed lives, bought a house, moved up there so that they could be there with him. And it was just a year. And then the next year was in L.A. And so it's almost mean and cruel to kids, especially in high school.
Especially in high school
when they're trying to kind of find themselves.
Like when your sister, when your sister 3 different high schools in 4 years, like, oh gosh.
Exactly. It's
hard.
It's a lot. I mean, for her, you know, it works because she's personality of the world. So, you know, it worked out for my sister. But in reference to the kids, I mean, think about it. To go from, if you're in high school, your freshman year is in one place, your sophomore year is in another place, you really don't have a foundation. And so I think they made a very mature decision to keep the kids in one place and kind of make the sacrifice, you know, for the marriage. But I guess, you know, in any relationship, there's compromise and sacrifice.
And it's so upsetting, you know, and you can't wait to see the next season because you're like, oh my God, are they going to stay together? You know, people who like me and you who know, like, they've been doing this for years, and it's just like, when will someone throw in the towel?
You know, I think one of the things that's interesting is that my reality may be different than his reality or her reality or her reality, and I think that that's one of the things. I mean, getting to kind of have a spotlight on people's lives, you get to see different ways that people operate, different ways that people live, and sometimes it's not, you know, traditional, and sometimes it doesn't seem like it might work for you. And, you know, sometimes it could be a little different. But at the end of the day, everybody does it the way they need to do it. And I think, you know, it would be great. There's so much more to Charisse than her marriage. I mean, and it'd be great to kind of see her. Did you see her at the beach where she was getting it in?
Oh, my God, hilarious.
I mean, it was just a whole different place, a different person, I'm sure you saw.
Yeah, because it's like, again, the one that I met was not like, I was, and then you have to think I was a teenager. So
Right.
Oh
so you're already like a little intimidated. I done bumped into your thing. I'm mad because my dad's I'm about to get in trouble.
It was just a big mess. I was like, oh my God. But Eddie was always super cool. Even at Wizards games, he's like, hey, come on in. You know, like,
super cool.
Okay.
He's a great guy.
Yeah. So I just, like you said, but production, I had a world of production. I worked in production, so I get it. Like, you know, but to me, it was like she was painted like the person that she seems like to everybody. If that makes sense.
I hear you. That's interesting.
Like
That's
Gizelle.
very interesting.
Like I had met Gizelle before. Very fun, very amiable, very like, you know, I say what I want. That's how she's portrayed on television.
That's Gizelle. What you see with Gizelle is what you get. Gizelle is very smart, and that's Gizelle. I think you're getting You're getting real. I mean, it's funny because they're like, oh, these women are phony and they're fake. No,
I can speak to that, viewers. Like I know a lot of them. I don't know. I've never met Carrie. Never seen her in life. Neither have I met Katie.
Okay.
I feel like I've met Ashleigh before.
Right.
I feel like we turned up at the same party before.
You probably did. Get it, Ash.
But I'm like, these women are just how they are in person, in real life, as they are on television.
And I think that's what translates. I think that's what it is. I mean, it's funny. The one thing I will say is it's hard watching yourself on television.
Yes.
Because that was not anything I ever did.
Yes.
And so to see myself, and I'm like.
Yeah. You see that? You're like, ooh, how should I pose next time?
No, in my face, I'm looking crazy. Like a lot of times I'm looking when I'm talking, I'm like. And I don't realize that my face give all that. But my face gives it, and it is what it is. And so now I'm like, okay, next time I'll have to be more mindful when I'm being interviewed. Like, you know, I'm like, okay, now how am I looking? Am I looking crazy? Am I talking? But, you know, it's all just what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. Like, it's very, reality TV is very transparent.
It is.
People act like, oh, it's scripted. It is to a certain extent, right? Because you have to, like, plan these trips. Like, for example, Bethany Beach.
Right.
That was a planned trip. Right. Like, I feel like, you know, that's in a script to say, okay, you guys need to take a trip.
Right.
Because I feel like Atlanta goes, those women, they go everywhere, every second episode.
Well, it's interesting because, you know, with first seasons, they're, you know, it's a trial.
It's a trial.
And they don't know. So they don't put a lot into production. I mean, they put a lot, but it's just not the same kind of resources they put in a second season or what have you. So we didn't know whether we would be going anywhere. And of course, as a friend, I didn't know. It's interesting. There were 10 episodes and I'm on 8 of them.
Wow. Yes. Yes.
And that's kind of interesting. And it's funny because you just don't know what's going to come out. So we knew that we wanted to go somewhere because it'd be nice to all be isolated and kind of figure some things out and kind of get it in.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you just never know what's going to happen.
What's going to air.
So Ashleigh, of course, knew because it was her home and she approved it. But in reference to the rest of us, we didn't know. We didn't know what we were doing. So when we were in Karen's boat trip ride, that's when we all found out we were going to Ashleigh's beach house.
Okay.
Yeah. And that was funny because at first some of the women were like, Bethany Beach.
Yeah, I know. Because you heard Robin was like, I haven't been there since I was 12.
I had never been.
Oh,
I mean, I had never been. But I'm going to tell you something. It was great.
Sandy Point. But
okay, yeah. Ooh,
but
girl.
the sand, I know.
Yeah, girl, no.
Awful.
I did that too,
the sand, my feet were orange.
Because you're from Maryland, so
yeah,
you know.
Maryland. So that's what you do. You go to these little Ocean City. You go to these known spots, local spots that you feel like you're doing something.
Right.
No, you're not.
No, you're not doing too much. But I mean, you're getting your life. As long as you're getting your life.
As long as you're getting your life. So was it fun? It's Delaware.
It was fun.
So, okay.
I mean, it was fun because we got to really interact with each other a lot. I got to really know Ashleigh, and I got to really know Katie. And I'm going to tell you, Katie is a great person and a great friend. And you know, it's funny to see Gizelle and Katie go back and forth.
So
sometimes I think Gizelle enjoys a little mess. Yeah. You know, and that's, you know, do what you do. But, you know, unfortunately, I'm like the voice of reason. I'm the protector of, you know, the underdog.
Comes now to me as a viewer, it comes off that Gizelle is, I don't want to say jealous, but you kind of have maybe envious. But if you talk to her, she'd be like, I have no reason to be jealous of Katie. But the way it's portrayed, it seems like she has some jealousy there for Katie.
I don't know if it's jealousy or more judgmental. I mean, you know, I think
it's a fine line there.
There's a very fine line. I just, whatever it is, I'm not going to let you mistreat somebody, especially when I don't think they're, you know, now Katie's capable of handling it. But because I taught her how to handle that.
You taught her how to read.
Yes. I mean, and it didn't have to be all this and all that. It's just, look, get in, make your point, pull out.
Because now her facial expressions, you have to take Katie seriously. Like, I was intimidated. Like,
she looked at her like, no. And I'm finished. And I don't want to hear any more from you.
And I was like, wow, shut it down.
That's
like,
right.
all the way down.
So you have to be proud of her because, you know what? I think that at the end of the day, it was a release.
Yes. As much as we love Gizelle and we love Katie, I just feel like it's oil and water.
It is. But, you know,
Gizelle says
anytime you have
is.
a group of women together, there's going to be a couple of them who
it's
just
going to
don't
be.
quite flow.
Yes.
Right.
I mean, I just feel like, I don't know. It's Katie's different, though. She definitely acts like the white side that she said raised her and all that.
Right.
Like the making out at the party.
Right. She's just, she's a free spirit. She's a very free spirit. And you have to understand, she's an international model by training. Okay. And so she's been all over and experienced a lot of different cultures as she's evolved as a grown woman. You know what I mean? It wasn't like, you know, okay, well, we're grown. Let's go to Europe or let's go to... No, she was doing this as a young girl. And so she got to really see different experiences that obviously kind of cultivated
that is true
that who is Katie. And so it's not a situation where she's trying to be white or black or whatever. I think she's just really a free spirit. And the foundation, I think, though, is just she's good and she's good to her core and she's really intelligent.
Yes, I see really that from the show. She's really intelligent. Like, I wish her well for the I know it's already has probably passed at this time, the event that she was trying to plan to raise the $100,000 for casino night. I hope it was nothing but the best. I hope we see some footage of that. I mean, she's such an intelligent person, and I'm like, you know, you people like that, you want to help, you want to give back, you want to be like, you need help, I can help you. I have sponsors.
Right.
You know, it's like you wanna just help.
Support.
Yeah.
You want to support. Absolutely.
Yeah. So when Gizelle kind of threw shade, people are like, why? Have you done anything like this before? Because like she said, the Ross Foundation has they've done stuff in the past. You know, they've done
big
successful
things,
big
and
things.
They're doing good things, and and that's another thing. I mean, the fact that she has a foundation honoring her father's legacy, and the fact that she's doing for others. It's not a foundation for Katie. This is a foundation to help other people. I don't want that lost on people. Like, that's the part, like, because you're like, wait, do you understand? Like, she's trying to do something for other people. She's trying to assist and help other people who can't necessarily assist and help themselves. So that's big. Yeah. And you gotta give respect to that.
You do. I mean, you know, it's one of those things where you're like, oh man. So have you ever collaborated with her on an Alpha Kappa Alpha event? We know she is a soror.
Gizelle?
Yes.
No, we actually haven't. We haven't done any, because what we actually are part of other organizations together, but in terms of the sorority, no, we haven't. We, you know, of course, acknowledge each other, and you know, there's always going to be that. But you know, I think that we've just been so busy doing a lot of other things.
Yes, yeah. I'm excited because I'm looking for that. I want to be like, yes, AKA yes, you know. So I'm looking for that. I know it's probably some legality behind that.
Well, you're not gonna see a lot of that on the show, simply because of the fact that what do you say? Because of some of the other shows before our show and the way sororities were portrayed.
Oh, very true.
Okay. They want to stay far, far away from anything sorority related. So we'll talk about it because we're proud of our organization. And we hope to represent our organization well. I mean, Robin is a Delta. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's all about.
That's right. She is a Delta.
So I mean, we are very proud of the choices that we've made, and we're very, and you know, we hope that we're doing our organizations well. But at the end of the day, we have to present not on behalf of the organization, because we wouldn't want to put the organization or anyone in any kind of peril or put them in a situation where the organization as a whole is judged because of our individual actions. Yes. So we stay very independent of that on the show.
Yeah. I mean, I love it. I just feel like, you know, once editing comes to play, stuff has been cut out because you have to. So much. Because I'm like, man, there's so much that you want to see that I feel like I know this is what happened. But you know, But you have to condense it to, it's an hour show, but you cut it down to probably like 40 minutes or so with the commercials and all that.
And you're taping for hours on hours. You tape from 8. Like when we were at the beach, we taped from 8 o'clock in the morning to like 3 in the morning. 2. Oh my God. So I mean, it was like full days, and we were going in, and it was fun, and it was whatever. But you know, how do you condense?
Yes.
How do you condense days and days and days of beach footage into 2 episodes for 45 minutes?
Oh my God! Bless the editing team's heart.
Awesome.
Like that's a lot of work.
They're awesome.
I mean, they get paid top dollar for it, but
and still tell the story. Yes. How do you still keep the story going?
Yes, and to be true. Because people complain and say, oh, you know, editing, you know, people on TV have said, oh, you know, after editing, that's not what it is. That's not how it is. That's not what happened. Right. But we see that's what happened.
Absolutely.
But when you lay different frames on it, different scenes, you're like, that's not how it was supposed to be.
Right. It's not right. That wasn't the intention. That wasn't the sentiment. But I mean, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. That's you know, it's interesting to see like, 48 hours of taping down to 2 45-minute shows.
It's amazing.
It's amazing. And I'm, because I, you know, with the beach, I'm like, no one went surfing except you, like you said. But then with the way,
they didn't show me because, like, literally, if they showed me, it would have been a different kind of rating for a show. Yeah. It was bad. Yeah. And I was devastated. And it was funny because the whole time I was like, no one's going to show, because even if they bleeped it out, it'd be like,
of course.
Yeah.
And then, Robin did great. She did well. She looks good.
She looks great. And Robin, she looks great. Everybody really looks good. Even, like, Karen is, like, you know, you said the most, you know, she's the grand dame.
I know.
But the body is giving
life.
The
body is giving all the way life. I said, okay.
Right.
And I want to be like, but how old are you now? Like, I feel like she's the grandmother.
Right.
Because she just has this, I don't know, she reminds me of those old sorors of ours. Those old Gamma Epsilon, Omega sorors. You're like, I'm scared of her.
Can I tell you, like, she's that woman? Because when I moved to Potomac, she was one of the first women I met. And it was so funny because I was just like, wow, is she real? Because she was so
like, is she real?
We came into her home and she was like, oh, welcome. And I mean, this was Karen. Welcome. Everyone's downstairs. Make yourself at home. I'm Karen Huger. This is my husband, Ray Huger. My daughter, Raven, is downstairs. And I was just like, Okay, well, hi, I'm Brynee.
And yeah.
This is my crew.
Yeah.
We're happy to
This
be
is my
here.
posse.
This
We
is the
here.
crew. Where do we go? So that was an interesting experience. But Karen is super awesome, and she became a really good friend. So it's great to see all of these women having their glory. So
yes, because you started as Sharice's friend. Now you're like you're friends with all of them.
Well, I was friends actually with Karen first. I met Karen first.
But see, on the show, it looks like you were Sharice's friend.
Right. Well, you know, that's how the show had to go. I met Karen first, then I met Sharice, and this was like years ago.
Yeah,
years
definitely.
And years ago. And then I met Robin, then Gizelle, and then I met Katie and Ashleigh during filming.
No, you said you met Katie first.
I met her first. Katie first, then
Okay.
Ashleigh. But both of them during taping, during recording.
And like you said, that was a smart way to have a successful show. Have people that know one another.
Right. Because it's just natural. You know, just like us. It's not like, okay, so are you an organization? No, you know. We know. And it's so it's more like, so we can start here as opposed to starting here.
Yes.
And then also we know that we can communicate because we've done it before. And we like each other and it works as opposed to, so how's everything going? Good. You know,
you're like, pulling teeth. Alrighty.
Like, how much longer?
Yeah, and it's funny because like I'm gonna go to one of our clips again because it shows like with DC it was so dry.
I feel sorry for them because they're
too.
and it's so. Let me tell you,
I love Stacey. She was nice.
Is so cool, and Erica too. And they're not dry women. They're super fun.
And
I don't know the other women.
Yeah,
right.
yeah, the Salahi girl.
No. Clearly, she wasn't dry. She was a whole lot of.
She was a whole lot. She should have had a like a Tamar event. She should have had her own episode with her and her husband sneaking into the White House.
Girl.
That took the cake for me. We're gonna go to a clip.
Okay.
Michael's a special kind of guy. He's special. I mean, he's good, clean, and wholesome.
Y'all believe it? You know how I knew y'all believed it? Y'all didn't get mad when he took Brooke Shields to Grammys. Nobody white said shit. And Brooke Shields is the whitest woman in America. That's Miss America every year. Is Brooke, fuck who you see with the crown. Brooke, you look at white woman in the dictionary, be a picture of Brooke like this. She's white. And this nigga took her to Grammys, nobody said shit. If I took Brooke Shields to Grammys, y'all lose your mind. Because y'all know Brooke would get fucked that night. And Brooke knew too. That's why we going this year. No. Stop. Now see, I did jokes about I did jokes about homosexuals about a couple years ago, and faggots were mad. They were like, it's nothing like having a nation of fags looking for you. I'd be at parties, there's always 2 or 3 homosexuals at a party, and they'd be standing around looking at you. They'd be looking at everything. He's an asshole. I can't travel the country freely no more. I can't go to San Francisco. They got a 24-hour homo watch waiting for me in the airport. As soon as I got off the plane, they'd be like, he's here, yes, it's him, yes, it's him. And the cars will come rushing across town, be woo, 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 woo. And there won't be no siren, it'll be a real fag sitting on the roof going, woo, 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 woo. Woo! Pull over, pull over. Pull over. Now, if you don't speak English, you can't hear that bit. If all you hear is shit, ass, and shit, shit. See, I got like, I see you on television. You're the fuck you man, right? I love it. Suck my dick, huh?
It's right outside of D.C.
The African American community is extremely small.
And everybody wants to get in.
If you don't behave yourself in Potomac, you might be asked to leave.
See? Where's everybody from tonight? Potomac! You look like you're from D.C. Southeast.
In Potomac, you must conduct yourself with proper etiquette.
Are you helping me?
Is this a girls only thing?
If you have a protrusion in your pants, you're not allowed to come.
What about a really big clit?
Not every woman can marry a powerfully successful man because you can't deal with the life that comes with it.
People always ask me, well, who's white, your mom or your dad?
I've always identifying as a black woman.
Lecha Shalom.
Black Katie is Jewish. When did that happen?
L'chaim. What?
We've earned our position. It's respect that gets you into the circle.
Y'all are not easy, okay? I'm feeling like I'm going into the total cougar den.
There's no place for her in our social circle.
I don't give a f. If you have some etiquette, you just don't want. That's part of etiquette.
What are you? I'm biracial. What the f***'s wrong with that?
You act like there's a problem to be black.
I need security. You need to be removed. Deuces. Classy.
Let me go back inside. There's children.
Bye-bye. Bye.
What etiquette lesson do you think that we've learned, ladies, today?
Always be nice to enemies.
Boom.
Always be nice.
Always be nice to
I love when they
enemies.
have the kids on there. I swear.
Right.
But those bodies look amazing. I'm gonna have to plug in the doctor.
Absolutely.
Dr. Pickens. I know she is like an amazing doctor in cosmetic procedures in Alexandria. Okay. So I know a lot of these women have great bodies, but I feel like they need to just, we'll have the doctor come on. Because you know how like on Atlanta Housewives, they have the doctor from Married to Medicine.
Right.
I can't think of her name.
I know who you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. But yeah, she does all their procedures and whatnot.
Right.
So I feel like I want to have Dr. Pickens come and do a consultation on these.
Maybe she do a consultation.
Yeah.
I've never done anything, but I think
really.
No, but I mean, I'm open.
No, her slogan. She's like, you keep upkeep on your car, your home. You have to have upkeep on your body.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I swear by her. I love her,
Awesome.
Dr. Pickens in Alexandria.
Go ahead, Dr. Pickens.
Hey,
get it, girl.
That's why I look gorgeous. Okay, yes. Anyway,
girl, no, you were gorgeous. You've been gorgeous for a long time. I'm not going for that.
Okay, you're not going.
I mean, we can say she enhances.
Yes, there we go.
There we go.
So you said you were busy earlier. What is Brynee Baylor doing? What are you doing?
Oh, I am having fun on both sides of the camera. Mm-hmm. Right now, I have just recently started a production company with my boyfriend, and we are producing films here based in the District of Columbia, which is phenomenal because we're able to bring a lot of work to the District of Columbia and also some wonderful theatrical presentations that are going on cable networks, television networks. I'm also co-executive producing the Wanda Pratt story, the True MVP, that's going to be airing in on Mother's Day with Lifetime Networks.
Congratulations.
And also Flavor Unit, Queen Latifah and Shakim. So, it's interesting because I really love the role that I play because it kind of allows me to do what I do, what I love doing, and then also kind of be fun and have fun, but handle my business too because I've got a lot. I mean, this is a new career path for me. I love what I'm doing. I've been very blessed and fortunate to be able to do it. And, we're just having a good time. This is different
for you because you actually, you were doing law. When I met you, you were solely in law.
Yes.
Now you're in television and welcome to the media, the limelight world.
Well, it's interesting. God has a way of having things happen, good, bad, or otherwise. And I look at them all as learning experiences, blessings and lessons, and really, moving on to the next step in life, the next course in life. And it's a lot of fun. It's fun. It's not the stress. It's not the strain that the law was. It's a lot of fun. I mean, listen, the law is wonderful and there are wonderful people doing wonderful things. But I truly enjoy this space that I'm in right now.
I mean,
I do.
Television, it's so, because it's different day to day, but I don't have the luxury of saying that I worked with Queen Latifah. How was working with Flavor Unit?
Well, it's been awesome to have an idea, a concept, and then having it come to formation. I think, identifying a writer, and then having the producers kind of put that piece together, and then the set and the actors and everything. It's just it's been amazing. It's been wonderful and amazing, and it's a story about a wonderful, wonderful woman who actually I manage.
Oh wow! Oh my gosh!
But Wanda Pratt, that's Kevin Durant's mother.
Yes,
and she's
Kevin Durant, right from Sea Pleasant.
That's
PG County.
PG County in the house yet again. But it's so awesome because to be able to hear from such a dynamic woman and see her story and understand that everything doesn't come up roses all the time. And though all of us on the show, you know, seem to have this interesting life, I mean, life is not always that bowl of cherries, and there's a lot of ups and downs, but, you know, you just have to stay in it. You have to stay persistent and really move forward.
Yeah, like, well, how did you make that connection with Flavor Unit?
Well, it's interesting. When I was representing Wanda, we identified a marketing agent for her, and she really wanted to tell her story. And so we initially thought we would be doing a book deal, but the agent came and presented to us the opportunity. Her name is Gina Ford, and she's become one of my partners, too.
Fabulous.
She actually is the wife of Tommy Ford from Martin.
Martin, yeah.
Isn't that funny?
Wow, that's funny. Oh,
yeah, life is funny.
Isn't it?
Life is funny, but, and I met her through a very dear friend here, and who actually, it's funny, Dan Wilkinson's ex-wife, Shonda Wilkinson from the Washington Redskins. So, I mean, it's all very small.
It's all very similar.
But the world is small. But basically, what we determined was that, you know, she wanted to tell her story, and this was an awesome way to do it. And people, after that MVP speech where Kevin said, you know, your mom, you're the real MVP, and he was so heartfelt and so beautiful. People want to know who this woman is and how she raised these wonderful young men, not just Kevin Durant, but Anthony Durant. And, you know,
that's right. I forgot. And
his big brother, who was his manager for a while, too. So it's just, it's an awesome situation. And I was just so happy to be a part of a story that really deserves to be told, of a dynamic single mother who is killing the game and has a lot to offer.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
It is exciting, and I have to tell you, I have another client I just picked up, so I'm going to be announcing it soon. But I'm telling you first. Okay. Her name is Wendy Washington. I don't know if you've heard of her, but she's a dynamic actress and personality. She has a show, Wendy World Daily, and she does lifestyle. And it's kind of cool because it coincides with Real Housewives of Potomac. Okay. Not just, you know, not just about, you know, what's going on in the world, but like how we live, how
day to day.
You live, what's how does a mover shake?
Yes, yes, yes. I love it. That's amazing. You are doing phenomenal things. I am so excited for your Wanda Pratt story. What's the title going to be, or what is it?
The True MVP, the Wanda Pratt story.
I love it.
That's our working title. We haven't confirmed that, but I believe that, I mean, we've done the press releases and what have you, but it's definitely something in that genre.
So when we start seeing commercials and promo for the movie.
Well, we're actually going to be talking about the rollout for press, and that's funny being on the other side.
Yes, you see?
In the next couple of days. So we'll be seeing them very soon because it's going to happen in May for Mother's Day.
Wow.
So you have to stay tuned.
So any recognizable faces in the film?
Actually, there are a few, and it's funny because right now the name escapes me, but Denzel Washington.
Really?
No, his wife is playing Wanda Pratt's mother.
Really?
Yeah.
Not Juanita. That's Michael Jordan. What's his name? She was just on the Oscars. What's her name?
Dynamic.
Yes.
So I'm
short hair.
Right.
Boobs, gray body. Oh.
Everything.
Okay, but I know who you're talking about. I cannot think of her name. It's going to come to me in a second. But
you'll see a lot of recognizable faces. This is Lifetime really got behind this movie and really supports the movie. And supported the project. And so it's been awesome because we've really been able to really put something special together. And there's a whole lot of love in the DMV.
God. I'm excited.
Right.
I'm so excited.
Right.
So when you have that big red carpet premiere, you have to let me know.
Girl, yes. You come to LA because I'm sure it's going to
I will be in
LA.
Girl, I will. I'm so proud of you. So therefore, when the film ends and the credits roll, I will see Brynee Baylor.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Co-executive producer.
I love it. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
So if people want to reach out to you and connect with you, how can they do that?
Yes, please do. I love to hear from people. I mean, I love it. On Instagram, it's Brynee Baylor. Actually, the easiest way is my website, BryneeBaylor.com. BRYNEE Baylor.com. BAYLOR.com. Did I do that right?
And it's on the bottom of the screen.
And it's on the bottom of the screen. Yay! There it is. Hey.
I love it.
BryneeBaylor.com. Because there you can find all my social media. I'm even on Pinterest.
Yes. I love it.
So, yeah, check me out. And then also I do a blog on the website, so you'll be able to really get my perspective on the story. Because it's funny, when you're not one of the housewives, but you're the friend, you get a whole lot of
Yes, that's
why
I said I had to have you here. I'm
Thank you.
You know what, I need another angle.
Yes.
Because it's not all about like you know, who holds the peach or who holds the cherry blossom. It's the other people, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Give the other people some shine.
Hey.
I love it. But I want to thank you so much for joining me today.
Oh, it's been my pleasure.
I had an amazing time catching up with you.
Absolutely. We have to do it again.
Yes, because it turned into all the housewives and I had a one-on-one.
Right.
So I'm like so grateful that you came.
Well, I'm grateful for you having me. Thank you.
So we got to do drinks soon, offline.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes, pink and green drinks, pink and green lunch.
Yes,
I'm excited.
All of it.
Oh my God.
Ditto.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Ashleigh Demi, Lunchbox Live here on Listen Vision Radio, 12 to 2 every Wednesday. Check me out. Thanks so much.
Bye.
I just changed from one day to the next. I grew tired of everything. So I decided to express my frustrations. You know what the thing about a revolution is? You don't plan them. I didn't, at least. There just happened to be a lot of people that agreed with me. I happened to be the voice that spoke. They called me
Ashleigh Demi here with WPGC TV with the beautiful Tiana Taylor.
Yes, for the sexy voices, you're gonna Tiana Taylor.
Yes. Now she.
That sexy voice.
Yes.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
She just ripped the stage at the Fillmore with this Janet Jackson-inspired set. Please tell me about it.
Well, actually, this is like my third personal concert I've been to in New York now. It's been way bigger than I can believe. It was amazing. This actually has been my. Danny, Tina Marie, Leah, just the grown and sexy that era of just sexy music.
Okay.
Like this is my first real big venue.
Okay.
I wanted to feel grown and
Shout out to the DMV, you got big venue.
Right. Hello.
Yes.
It's a good venue.
Yes. So Roman numeral 7, your album, went #1. How did you feel?
I didn't know how to feel. I mean, when you worked so hard for so long and it finally happened, that was really completion for me. Honestly, just being able to give the world a body of work was enough.
Who she fucking on a low? She kissing him, she kissing her, she one of those. Fuck is you TMZ, you Sandra Rose.
So why the Roman numeral 7? What's behind that?
Because it's pretty and it just, you know what I'm saying? It just look
good.
Yeah, it just looked good. But most importantly is the number 7. A 7 always you can think of it. You know what I'm saying? A Roman numeral 7, a regular 7 is all number of completion.
Symbolic to completion.
Exactly.
Okay. Now you were first signed with the creative Pharrell, right? And then you switched over to Kanye. Good music. Why the change?
I think it was a time for change. It's always time for change. You know what I'm saying? At some point. I signed with Pharrell when I was so young, so he's watched me be a child and coming into my own, and by the time I was becoming a woman, I was ready to explore more, experience, find myself as a woman, as an artist, because, when you're younger, you don't really know what's going on, so they put you in a certain lane, and people think that's who you are and what you are.
Okay.
So, as I got older, I was like, it's time for a change, and I asked for a release so I can be independent.
Okay.
I wanted to, like I said, find myself. And in the midst of trying to do that, I bumped into Kanye. And so I never had the chance to actually be independent. But I was like, I feel like, good music is like the new age Star Trek. You know what I'm saying? We'll start.
It's Fred Smoot. We out here at FedEx Field today to give you a taste of tailgate. The real people, the real feel. Food, drinks, fun, loud. I'm gonna show you how it really feels to be a Redskin fan. Good natural footage right here.
We need him for 21 again. Discovered country. That's where we're about to set up shop today, Freddie.
Fred Smoot again. Now we're right up here at FedEx. It's just finished start. Everything's gonna look different in about 60 minutes. So I'm just gonna sit back, I'm gonna enjoy the environment, because I'm used to playing. But now I'm on the other side. I'm with the fans. And here go the real fan perspective. See, could have Slash Taylor right there. No. We shared that number all day long.
Always say truth.
Right now, we're headed to Hell's Barbecue.
What's going on, man? It's Tailgate Ted, the head chef at Hell Barbecue. Redskins tailgates is actually what I do for a living.
Hot dogs is a must. Always a must. All right.
Craig's taking a break. He's looking forward to it.
Do it with torch the provolone. All right, check this out. The parking lot is empty. I am tired. It's been a long day, but the game hasn't started now. The best is yet to come. We finna have some fun now. RG3, Michael Vick, Redskins, Eagles. Let's have some real fun now. Show who jersey that is you got. Show it. Be proud of it. Show him who it is.